Okay, this is really cool. I'm just streaming because I have to show this. It's very cool. Anyway, so this is now working. The GDX has been installed on the virtual server, the database in the ODC, and I'm running it on port 80 using the new server stuff. So TLex has this dictionary open as port 80. I set up an inbound rule on the firewall to allow port 80, and literally then just tested it just using a browser, using a computer, and that's really cool. That's really cool. So just using a plain browser on a computer that's connected to the VPN. So that means any computer on the university network, they should in theory be able to see this also. And I did a search, and boom, there we are, results from the dictionary. But now what's really cool about this, and this I'm going to test now, is I'm busy just updating the TLex to this new one. Open document by connecting to TL server. And in theory, if we type the server, this is very cool. In theory, if we type the server's IP and connect, we can open it. Damn, that's cool. So this is what I want to send to the client to let them test, to help them to test. Just to have a look. Demos 23,000. And okay, it's going to take a while to load all of them. It's at least 50 meg, and it has to go over their actual internet over the VPN. Be interesting to see roughly how fast it goes. So batch 2. That is so cool. That is super, super, super cool. I'm very excited about this. Once I get this stuff working really nicely, yeah, this is really nice. If I can get editing working, then and checkouts and all that, which might take till the end of July. That means in theory we don't need the ODBC for this stuff like this. You know, one could just go direct over HTTP, and there's various advantages to that. Apart from not having to set up there's so many things, advantages to this, and cool things we can do with this. And because TLex is running as a server, there's there's logic we can execute on the server. But now, alright, over here I want to test this new build. I've uploaded this new build to the VAT VM, and while those batches are loading, I quickly want to see if this works with Safety. Now this is the same build that does work on the other VM, the other virtual server, which has the same spec, Windows Server 2012 R2. It's the same version of Windows. So let's see if it works. Damn, what happened there? Didn't okay. This is very interesting though. Wait, go to software select. And it's in the Explorer. What is that software select? I wonder if that could be the exception thing I added earlier. Was it a software set? I don't remember doing a software set. Let's switch through. This is a software set. Wow, this try catch worked. Look at this. So for some reason, but this is really nice. What I did was this I tried earlier today as I couldn't, the application was just crash exiting, which is a big problem. But I decided to put a try catch around it, and it actually seems to be working. And what it does is if sec3 fails to initialize, it catches that as an exception and then falls back to Internet Explorer. So really it's kind of now just a warning almost that sec3 doesn't work, and it reports to us that sec3 doesn't work. And that's also very cool because it gives that softer set. That means that in the wild I'll be able to pick up if I use a machine that's not running. Now, all of this is interesting for two reasons. Okay, firstly, this helps users. Like the automatic fallback to Internet Explorer means the software will still work. Secondly, it reports to us. And third, it's a new piece of information that this build works fine on the exact same version of Windows. So the problem isn't the version of Windows. There's some other difference between this system and, or the install is somehow different. My guess is it's different DLLs on the system, but it could be anything. It could be related to other aspects of the configuration. But it gives me a clue. I'm hoping that this problem comes right by itself with a new version of sec3. But this is really nice because I can still just install the latest and not worry, because it just falls back to Internet Explorer. I do want to just check the log, because this log file should have an error exception. I just want to make sure that is the case. I don't know where to be exactly. Still, it's a bit worrying that that sec3 doesn't work. But it's interesting that it does work on this version of Windows on another. Same version of Windows, same VM, same operating system. The problem isn't the operating system, it's something else somewhere that it doesn't like, or it's a missing DLL issue. It's probably the most likely. It's some DLL somewhere. I should maybe try dependency walker for what it's worth, but I don't think that's going to be, I have a feeling that's not really going to help because of the complexity of the way the DLL is load. Let's see. But might be worth a try. In theory, there should be a little line here somewhere about an exception. Should be quite early on. What's going on here? Why can't I scroll back down? Maybe I should check this stuff also with clues, maybe. 64 with Windows. Let's just check. That one's coming along quite well, actually. surprisingly fast. Okay. CD. So the one on the left works fine, the one on the right, so F3 doesn't work. Same software. String with clues as to what else might, if there's anything else might be different. That one has 4 cores, that one is 2. That's the core. It's not impossible. 64-bit, 64-bit. That one is less memory. More free disk space. Yeah, I don't know what to say then. Okay. See if there's any warnings. Second error exception link. That is brilliant. I'm really happy about that. That this try catch actually worked. Because it just literally just crash exiting, no. So this try catch actually I guess might help to put try-catch blocks around each thing inside here. And then we can try and narrow it down where it, exactly where it's crashing. Here's another thing I can do. Logs, potential logging. Okay, that could be informative if we can turn logging on. There may well be some useful information in there. It may be, that we should just try and use safe. The other thing I think maybe that may make a difference is this targeting to XP, V140 XP. I think I should just make that V141, boom, a new build, and try that and see if it helps. So there's a lot of things I can try still. There's a lot of, not stuck at all. With no. But this thing's very cool. I'm so chuffed about this. It's a bit complex to explain what the hell's going on here. There's, I'm connecting to 2 entirely different systems here, 2 different universities. These 2 systems have nothing to do with one another, they just happen to both be our clients. Now this same system I want to start testing on the Vata as well, because there's a few there's cool things we can do if we have the ability to run this parallel server. This is confusing. That's interesting. Anyway, I gotta probably try get some sleep and just email the client. There you go, it's responding now. Oh yeah, I don't know.